G Game Master 16.
Hey Game Masters, the next Spyro game got announced and I gotta say I'm very excited. Growing up, I did not play the original Spyro trilogy on the PlayStation 1, but experienced it playing the Reignited trilogy, and the games were very innovative and fun. The remastered version of the original Spyro trilogy captured the fun and whimsical nature of the original while uplifting the graphics and adding a few gameplay tweaks. The Spyro Reignited trilogy sold over 10 million copies by early September 2023, and they immediately got to work on the next Spyro game behind closed doors. There was speculation on whether there was going to be another Spyro game, with many rumors spreading and different YouTubers creating theories on if another Spyro game is going to happen, or if it does happen, what will it entail by the means of what will Spyro look like, what story will be told, how will they improve the mechanics of the flight gameplay, who are going to be the side characters, what are the NPCs going to look like, is it going to be a more open world where you can fly to difficult locations anytime you want, who is the main villain of the game, are there going to be any side quests, will any of the dragons rescued from the original trilogy make appearances, will you still be able to collect gems, will Spyro have any power-ups to his fire breathing like in the previous games, what are the designs of the sub-bosses and new characters going to look like, how many locations are going to be available to go to, what puzzles are they going to implement and how difficult are they going to be, will returning characters from Spyro 2 and Spyro 3 make a cameo, are there going to be any DLC expansions? There are numerous questions surrounding this newer Spyro sequel, and people that are fans of this are eager to know more. This is the first fully original new Spyro game ever since the game Spyro Dawn of the Dragon released in 2008. And the hype is real with this game as it got introduced at the Xbox Game Showcase on June 7th, 2026. With all the excitement surrounding the new Spyro game, let's address some details surrounding that announcement. With the available trailer, there are some key details that we need to take into account. The trailer starts with the camera zooming in on two bird creatures that look like a mixture of a parrot and a falcon with its own imaginative spin on it. With little information that we have at the moment, we have to see what their inclusion in the trailer means. Either you can collect them in the game or you can flame them to earn rewards. Next, we see it getting dark and the camera swiftly moves through a field to a new location Spyro will travel through in the new realm. Maybe this location is a flight island and you can actually land on and collect gems and other items. In fact, the darkness overtaking the land will make enemies stronger and require more than one hit. But we'll have to wait for more announcements for this specific area. Next, we get a glimpse of the new main villain for the game holding a staff in the shape of a hook with a purple crystal shard levitating in the middle of it. This could be a new villain introduced to the franchise that has a new method of making stronger enemies or has a new set of strong henchmen. I don't know if Toys for Bob will use previous villains from the Spyro franchise as a framework and use them as references like Red from A Hero's Tale and Nasty North from the original Spyro the Dragon game. The devs will probably surprise players and make the new villain cool and interesting, and already gives those vibes with the mysterious over-the-shoulder shot. Then, we get the first look of Spyro himself as he's running and gliding along a rocky area. He got a little older since we last saw him, with his wingspan getting wider, different scale patterns, his spiral cone tail end changed in shape, bigger horns and tail, more angular front body, while still looking like himself. Here are some diagram character models showing the standout features that I mentioned earlier that have been released from Toys for Bob, showing concept art for Spyro. They break down Spyro's more angular design as it details aspects of changes Spyro went through when we last saw him. Also, this plays into how Spyro will fly in the flight moments, or how the flying mechanics will be handled in the upcoming anticipated sequel. Moving on in the trailer, Spyro looks off into the distance with a serious tone at what looks to be the villain's lair, which is similarly shaped to the end of the villain's staff, if you missed that detail. Then, Spyro flies towards it as the trailer cuts to the title of the game. After the cinematics, the trailer shows a brief look at the flight movements in a certain part of the game and then cuts back to the title again. By the looks of the flight gameplay, you can travel on the ground while you can take flight at the same time. We had a Toys for Bob interview with Kinda Funny Games to get insight into the developer's process of making Spyro A Realm Beyond. There are a few interview answers from the studio head of Toys for Bob, Paul Yan, and the devs' responses about the game. First, he mentions that if you stick too much to nostalgia, it feels like you're rehashing, Yan said. Why did we even bother doing this? Then, you go on the other extreme and you change everything and now it's like, I don't even recognize this character. He has a firm understanding that if you just copy and paste what came before it, then it would just be the same thing. On the other hand, if you change something so much where you don't even know what you're looking at, then it would just be a screwed up project and a waste of time. The head of this company at least has the right mindset to show what people know, but not change too much. Then, a Toys for Bob developer answers a question about flight and he says, "You're going to be transitioning from ground to air at a moment's notice whenever you want as true player freedom." It seems like they're going to do a mixture of both stages being ground and flight levels at the same time. We'll have to be patient to get more details about the flying controls at a later date. If you want to check this interview out, the link is in the description box below. As time goes on, we'll learn more about what this game has to offer. Spyro: A Realm Beyond looks to be an interesting new entry into the Spyro franchise. The Toys for Bob developers are hard at work to make this new Spyro game as fun as it can be. The 2018 Reignited trilogy was released to get fans excited for more to come and prepare them for future Spyro releases. Even though we do not know that much about the game yet, Toys for Bob promises to give us players a great experience. Subscribe and do so if you're new to the channel. If you want to subscribe, it's the black button below a video or on the channel page. Like and share the video, and remember to keep your chill rate 100.